Hello, this is Zora from Blackbriar, and you are listening to Rockum Radio.
There she is.
Hello.
Hey.
Hello.
Zora, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I like your shirt, man.
Oh, thank you.
Awesome. Cheers. How's the weather out there, man? It's bloody hot out here.
It's hot, but it's raining.
Oh, well, that's better than here, man. It's unbearable.
Humid like this.
Yeah. Yeah, it's nasty when it's that humid, right?
And I'm in Canada. I'm in Kingston, in Ontario. So that's crazy.
Yeah.
How are you both doing today?
Very well. How are you doing, man?
Good. Not too bad.
It's been it's been a good day. So we're ready to talk to you about some exciting stuff coming up, obviously, and it's been a good one.
Yes, that's great to hear. Your third album is almost here. How does it feel to be just days away from sharing it with the world?
Yeah, for me, it's always very nerve-wracking as well. So René is always very excited, only excitement, but a mix of excitement and nerves.
From you, Rene?
Yeah, like Sora said, I am mostly excited. I must admit that, in the past few days, it's starting to get a little bit nervy. But it's all good. It's positive vibes.
Hey, guys. Well, I listened to 1,000 Little Death, and I really enjoyed it. Congratulations.
Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much.
man. Appreciate it. That's good to hear.
It's beautiful and powerful work.
Yeah. Thank you.
Wow.
We've tried our best this time. Not that we haven't in the past, but we went all out.
Well, so let's talk about how it all came to life, right? Okay. When you started working on 1,000 Little Deaths, what was the very first spark?
Ooh.
For us, it always is one song at the time. So and I think lyrical wise, I wrote a Last Eye of Bliss first. So that was my first spark, I guess. And I remember I wrote the first lines during our tour for the last album. So it was a pretty long time ago. I was in the tour bus in my sleeping bunk, and I wrote the first lines of that song. So yeah.
And you, Rene?
I mainly work on the music. So, when Sora gets inspired and records something, then I will eventually receive it. So for me, that is where the spark started. So as soon as Sora sent me her first draft for A Last Sigh of Bliss, that's, I guess, where I started working on this album. So yeah, almost 2 years ago, I want to say. It's been a while.
Did you write the songs together in person or exchange them remotely?
It always starts with me writing the lyrics, and I do it alone. And I record my vocals then also without any music, still also alone. I send it over to René, and he starts working on the music based on my vocals. So it's pretty much in solitude at first. But then after we get somewhere, we have a draft version and we take it to our producer, Joost, and then we work on it all together. And we had a first writer's camp this time with all of Blackbriar as well. So that was very fun to work on mostly one song, The Hermit and the Lover, all together. So that was a first for us.
So where did you record the album?
We work with our producer Joost van Broek. He's also working with bands like Epica and Powerwolf, and so he's a sort of a legend in our little country. Yeah, and we recorded it at Sand Lane Recording Facilities
Okay.
together with Joost and the engineer Jos. And yeah, it's always a massive honor and pleasure to be able to record there. It's an amazing studio. It's a very very high end and a
Yes.
very comfortable situation where we could put ourselves in
Yeah.
out there.
This is not the first time you work with Holst van den Broek, right? And
No,
he's very famous right now. He had great works.
yeah, Joost is amazing. I mean, we're very honored that he is willing to work with us still after all these years. Yeah, he's been with us since the second EP. We released an EP called "We'd Rather Burn,"
Mhm.
and that's the first thing Joost worked on with us. And I remember it was amazing, having him look at your music and add his magic to it, and then also being able to record in their studio. And yeah, it lifted our sound to a whole new level, and we haven't uh, changed directions ever since. So he's been with us and helping us, uh, make the music better every single release, and focus on the writing process and the structure and all the orchestrations and everything. And it's all mainly on Joost's shoulders. So yeah, very very cool to work with him.
Okay, and what's the most valuable thing that he brings to a Blackboard album?
Hmm.
Well, he mixes the music. So first and foremost, he's the one creating our sound in general.
Mhm.
So that is a very important and a significant difference. Sorry.
Mhm.
And in a earlier stage, he helps us work on the songs, so on the song structure and all the arrangements and all the atmospheres and stuff like that. So he completely dissects whatever Sora and myself wrote in an early process. So yeah, I mean, we consider him to be a seventh band member. It's very important that he's on board, and yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, and for me personally, I think it's also during the actual recording process that I feel like he gets the best out of me. How do you call it? Like you know.
Well, that's already it.
Yeah, and because I used to record all by myself alone with our first EP and before that as well, and I always thought that I would want to continue to record all alone because I would feel most comfortable.
mhm.
But now I wouldn't want it any other way with Joost, so
Oh,
it has been amazing.
oh, great. And the album was mastered by Darius van Helfteren, right? In Amsterdam.
Yeah.
How did the final mastering step contribute to the overall sound and feel?
I find that such a hard question because, to be honest with you, I mean, I personally have never met Darius.
Okay.
So what he's always done is basically master it, and he's worked with Joost very closely on so many productions. For us, I mean, the main difference is when these songs are mixed, they are already very close to being finished and very close to sounding loud and full and stuff like that. So the difference is significant, and it's a difference, but I honestly always feel like he's just complementing Joost's mix. So he makes sure that everything is you can easily listen to it on any hi-fi stuff or in the car or whatever. And on Spotify, everything will sound perfect and crisp and nice low ends and stuff like that. But the massive difference you'd expect from a master, that is not necessarily the case in our production process, because Joost is already mixing these songs on such a high level where everything is already pretty much yeah, where it needs to be. So
Mhm.
it's the fine details, I'd say, that Darius focuses on, and yeah, he makes it better.
Okay. And which song was the hardest to finish or the most personal for you both, and why?
I think that would then be The Hermit and the Lover because we got completely stuck with this song, and it was also the reason why we did the writers camp because of we got stuck on this song. So yeah, that must be the one we've worked on the longest, I guess.
Yeah.
For you, René?
Yeah, definitely. No, that song. I mean, I remember getting nowhere with that song. So, luckily, the writers' camp made a massive difference there, and we finally got to write something that we all felt very comfortable with. Um, and so that was the hardest song, but also the song that took us the longest because it was on the shelf for such a long time, and we tried all kinds of directions with that song, and everything just went into the bin, and we started all over again, and then we did the same thing all over again, and eventually we ended up with Whatever You Heard, which
Wow.
uh, which is one of my favorite songs on the album. So yeah.
Okay. And so this song, was there a song during the production that completely changed from its original idea?
Well, the original idea was something completely different, and then we threw it in the bin, and then we had another idea, threw it in the bin. So there was like 4 or 5 ideas before we wrote What You Heard. So yeah, you could say it is completely different now from where we started, but it was never looking or sounding like a song to begin with. It was never finished in any regard. So no refrain, no chorus, nothing was finished. So and yeah, this is yeah, one of my favorites actually. So
Oh, okay. So let's talk about the themes and imagery of the album, right? Thousands of Little Death is such an evocative title. What does it mean to you, and how does it connect to the overall mood and the storytelling of the album?
So for the title, I started writing all of my lyrics, and I came to realize that I was mentioning a lot of death a lot of the time. And so, and then I didn't know a title yet, but then I wrote Harpy, and it was the first line, and I looked at it and I knew right away, oh, this is the perfect title for this album because yeah, it just fitted perfectly with all the death metaphors and such. So yeah, I guess that's it. It was the earliest I set on a title because with our previous albums, I always struggled a little bit and decided at the very end. But for this one, we knew for a very long time already. So that was nice.
Okay, that's great, huh?
Yeah.
Blackbriar often blends dark romanticism with a sense of mystery. How do you explore those elements on this record?
yeah, we never actually really changed much, So it's not necessarily something about this record, I'd say, where Sora. It's just the overall Blackbriar world which we live in ourselves. So
I
yeah.
guess these are my interests and personal experiences that I have that inspire me to write my lyrics. And yeah, I don't plan it. It's just whatever happens, or I get inspired by something. I end up in a song sometimes. So that's it. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Well, this is for Sora, right? Is there one lyric that best represents the heart of the album?
I guess I should say Harpy because of the album title, but maybe I would say Bluebeard's Chamber as well. Yeah, because it's so full of all kinds of myths and stories, and it's very storytelling, but also very personal and a mix of it. Yeah, I think it describes the album very well.
Nice. The cover art is stringy and full of symbolism, in my opinion. What is the story behind it, and how does it connect to the music?
So I thought of this girl on the swing because it looks, innocent and with the vultures in the trees, because parts of her already died and the vultures are drawn to dead meat. So they are just waiting for her to fully die. So yeah, 1,000 little deaths. Yeah, I thought it was perfect.
Amazing. How does A Thousand Little Deaths differ from your previous album, The Cause of the Shipwreck and A Dark Euphony? Can you point out what's new or evolved in your sound, terms or production this time?
I think, to be completely honest, we felt like we were in a very good place after A Dark Euphony. So when we did the previous album, we were like, okay, now we are somewhere where we feel comfortable and where we can explore all these themes and atmospheres that we're interested in ourselves. So again, to be honest, we did not necessarily change too much in that regards. So we wrote in the same manner in songwriting, but we also try to stick with what we knew works for us. Yeah, because we want to enjoy the music ourselves as well. So what changed is mainly, natural progression as musicians and songwriters. So you learn a lot from every album that you do. It goes for all of us. We did tap into some extra details on this album, so we went in a lot more focused, a lot more prepared, and a lot more in detail on every single part of the music. But we wanted to stick to the sound that we enjoy ourselves that much. So we feel like this album is a very good successor to A Dark Euphony, but also a good successor to The Cause of Shipwreck. So we wanted something in between. And actually, we went back all the way to the Fractured Fairy Tales EP, which is our first EP that we ever released. And we tried to, get inspired by everything that inspired us back then. So this album would represent anything that happened from the start of Blackbriar until the previous album. And what changed is mainly the inspiration that we got, the books that Zora read, stuff like that. That changed, but it's still the same realm and same world where we are in.
Yeah, and I think this time we thought a little bit more about how would these songs be when playing live, because we've actually never really done that before. We never thought about the songs being played on stage, which was sometimes a bit then you have to play them and you realize, oh, this is quite slow, or but so we thought about it this time a lot better, like how would these songs be on stage, and
Wow. Guys, you did an amazing job with the videos. I love that Florio, Refi, Ivory Ass, Harpy, the song you mentioned, and the last cycle, please. It's an amazing job.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, man.
Now,
we do everything ourselves. We write the music, but we also film the music videos ourselves. That's our second passion. Yeah. We also do it for other artists, at least whenever we're asked, and when we can. But it's a second passion. We love writing music, but we also love to make our music and the stories that Zora wants to tell come to life in video. So we early on were basically forced, due to the lack of budget and money, we're forced to do it ourselves. And so we learned, and that's something we take very seriously and we love doing.
Fantastic. Now let's talk about that tour and what next, right? Okay. Your A Thousand Little Deaths headline tour 2025 is announced with Forever Still. How are you feeling now that these dates are set?
Oh gosh, I'm the same as for the album. I'm always very nervous but excited as well. But I before every show, I still feel the nerves. I have a little bit of stage fright, so it's what it is what it is. But I'm so excited. It's finally our first headline tour. So that's, and we get to bring Forever Still, which is a band that we were looking up to since the beginning of Blackbriar. So that's amazing as well. Yeah.
I can feel a good relation that you have all the band together. That's great.
Yeah.
We haven't actually ever necessarily met Forever Still as a band. I mean, we met Maya, the singer. But like Zora said, we've always looked up to them. We are a do-it-yourself band, and we could say that we got the idea from them, because when we started this band, we saw that they were doing everything themselves, and we were like, oh my god, maybe we can do that as well. So that's where the love comes from, and part of our identity is because of them.
Yeah,
And
and
yeah, we're
they did it very well. So it was
yeah,
amazing to
exactly.
see.
Exactly. It wasn't. I mean, there's more people or bands doing stuff themselves, but it doesn't mean that it's necessarily looking good or whatever. And this was like, oh my god, if we can reach that level, then we would be very happy. Yeah, now they are on board with our very first headline tour, which is amazing. Full circle moment.
Well, this is a personal question, right? I want to know more about yourself and the band. When you're on tour, how do you spend your days between shows? Do you cook, explore the cities, eat out, or just rest?
All of the above.
Yeah, well, for me it's a bit more boring, I guess. I try to rest a lot, maybe get a coffee somewhere. That's always nice. So yeah, and then just prepare for the show. We usually have a lot to do on a show day, so it's sound check, VIP meeting, show, and yeah. So we don't have a lot time, but on a free day we can explore a city maybe, or yeah, nature. We did some lake once. Went to a
Yeah.
lake swimming. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, considering that if you have a 23 show tour and you do it in 25 days, you already can count there's not much time. So, and usually it's parking lot, venue, and then a day off. And then maybe you can see the city. And obviously, we want to see as much as we can. But sometimes you only have like an hour. So yeah, so then we will head out to the city, maybe do some sightseeing, grab a cup of coffee, and then it's on back to work. So that's the up and downside to touring. You don't have a lot of free time, at least not as much as you'd like to in these beautiful cities. But yeah, I mean, we can always visit cities in our off time and holidays. So
I
and that's what we do.
remember when we were in Budapest for the first time.
Mhm.
We only had like
1.5 hours.
45 minutes. Oh,
Something.
1 hour
Yeah.
or something to quickly see stuff. So we had a very kind taxi driver. How do you this taxi
Yeah, yeah,
driver?
that's okay. Yeah, yeah.
And he drove very fast, and he showed us the whole Budapest in 1 hour and brought us back, so we could be on stage in time. So yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that was
pretty
funny.
much.
He was literally speeding everywhere. It was also slightly scary sometimes, but he showed us all the big landmarks and the beautiful buildings, and we actually got to see a beautiful view of the city. But he did it all in like 45 minutes, and it was crazy. We felt like we had seen the whole city in
Yeah, yeah.
45 minutes.
Well, music business is not
Yeah.
that an easy thing.
No, it's not easy.
Besides the tour, are there any upcoming video, collaboration, or special projects you can share with us?
Oh, for us, it's pretty much all on the album now. So, and the tour. That's all that's on our minds. We have something cool planned on release day. So yeah, and but that's still for the album. So
Okay, okay. Any plans or hopes to come to Canada in the future?
Oh,
we
yes.
we're working on it. Yeah.
Hopes always, concrete plans not necessarily, but that doesn't mean that we are not working on it. So, yeah, we hope that we can, share an update soon. Yeah, we need to go back because we've already been there. It was beautiful and amazing to play Canada, and yeah, we'll be back soon. I promise.
Before we finish, what message would you like to give to the Rockum audience and your fans around the world?
Well, first of all, we would like to thank you for taking the time to talk to us about the album. It's very, special to us and important, and we appreciate the time that you're taking to talk to us about it. And I'm sure Sora also has something to add.
Yeah, and that I hope that everybody is going to love the new album, of course. And if they do, um, please let us know. We read all the comments on YouTube and everywhere. We love to read everybody's feelings, thoughts. So please let us know. And yeah, we hope you love it.
What a nice voice you have, Zora. Honestly.
Thank you.
Appreciate that, man. Thank you.
Well, guys, it was a pleasure to talk with you. And
Likewise, it was a pleasure. Again, it was no jokes. We really appreciate you taking the time to talk to us, and we hope to meet you and see you soon in Canada.
Definitely, yeah.
That would be awesome.
you guys, good luck for the next week.
Thanks,
Thank
man.
you so much.
Appreciate
Bye-bye.
it. Bye bye. Thank you.